All right, so I'm gonna zip through the process of ordering a service off the platform, and I'm gonna show you just how easy it is. So the first step is you'll see this pop-up that asks that you enter your zip code. When you enter that zip code, it brings you to the home page that's specific to your area. And the way that works is contractors, when they create an account and they start creating listings, they define their service area with up to 5 zip codes. So if there's a listing available in your zip code, you will see that on our home page. And as you can see, the hometown is broken into these sections. So this is general search for common services. And then the local spotlight. So these are services that we have deemed awesome and we wanted to spotlight them. Sponsor listings are, of course, listings that contractors have paid for to have us promote on our homepage. Then recommended for you, so our algorithm evaluates your search stuff, and then it populates this section with listings based on your search. And then explore local services. These are the antitheses of your search, so things that you haven't searched for, they're going to appear here. We're also considering adding another section that brings light to local events and attractions. I was actually with my mom the other day, and we were talking about how cool it would be if we could help promote things in areas specific to the zip code. So I think this would be a great opportunity to do that. So we're going to search for a listing, and we're going to get our driveway pressure washed. And as you can see, the search results based on that search query are specific to what you need. And the first step to ordering a service is you need to choose the listing that best defines your driveway type. So is it single lane or is it 2-lane? For this example, I'm going to pick single lane because I don't want to spend a whole bunch of money on this example. And the next step is to choose the variation of this service. Well, let me quickly go over the listing page. So you can see the pictures, you can see the listing description, and you can see the contractor profile module. So we spent a tremendous amount of time building this, and as you can see, there are 5 review categories. These are 1 through 100, and then they are aggregated into a 1 through 5-star review rating. You can see all the reviews that consumers have left based on their experience with the contractor. You can also see the active listings. So these are all the services that contractor is currently offering. Now, achievements is another super cool thing that we're still implementing, and that's our training program and contractors that do things on the site. So every achievement that a contractor or a student makes, they get these achievement badges that show up on their profile module, and you can see just how dedicated this person is to their trade and to their community. And you can of course see the bio, and then you can see the professions. And the way this works, this is another game inspired element based on us playing the game of life with the Big Chief. That's another long story. So every 25 jobs a contractor completes with a 4.8 star rating or above, they get a level on their professions. So you can really see a lot about the contractor. You can also message the contractor if you have questions pertaining to the service. So like I was saying before, the first step or the second step is to choose the variation of this service that best defines your project type. So you're going to pick the length of your driveway. Is it under 60 feet, between 60 and 120 feet, between 120 and 180 feet? And as you can see, as I go through these, it changes the price and it changes the estimated completion time. So you're going to have to pick an opening on the contractor's calendar big enough to accommodate the job. Now the next step is to choose a start date, right? So as you can see, there are a lot of times missing from this contractor's schedule, and that means they've either elected not to have a service booked during that time, or somebody has already booked a service. So this gives you the only available time blocks left to book your service. For this example, we're going to hit 4 to 5 p.m. and this is the arrival window. So the contractor has the opportunity to add an extra hour to their listings if they expect the service to be more complicated than other services. This gives them a little bit of wiggle room as far as getting there on time. And another really important thing to keep in mind is if you don't know what variation to pick, you just guess, right? Because what our goal is to lock in a time and sort of a baseline price for your project. This means the contractor is accountable to the time block that you've locked in, and in the system they're going to have to do this. I mean, traditionally contractors can just not show up, they cannot answer the phone, they cannot do whatever they want to do because there's no repercussions for those actions. There's no body of accountability that exists to make the people do what they're supposed to do, but we are that accountability figure. So when you lock in a project, you also lock in money into escrow, which is a really important piece. It means that you and the contractor has skin in the game, right? So we're going to do this, and then we're going to do this. I can't remember if that's when I was going to do it, but that's when we're going to do it. So, oh Lord, I don't want to spend 175. No. Let's go back. That's too much to spend on examples. All right, so $100 is better. So we're going to go with the 7 to 8 on this day. Add our job details, so we can also, this sends the address to the contractor so they know basically where the job is supposed to take place. And if you have any specific details related to this project that you need the contractor to know, like maybe you've got a car that's left in the driveway, and of course you're going to trust this contractor, so you just leave the car, you leave the keys in the car, and the contractor is going to move it and then pressure wash your driveway, and then of course they're going to move it back because they have to be honest and reliable, right? All right, so the next step is to continue to check out, and then all right, and now we got to let the thing do the thing, and this takes a little bit because the system has to communicate with the merchant, and then the merchant verifies the transaction, and only after that process is complete does it send back the approval. Okay, so this means the service is booked, you've locked it in on the contractor's calendar, and really all that's left is for you to click on this link. This takes you to the consumer side project manager. So every project that you currently have going on, you will have a page like this specific to manage. And as you can see, I just got the alert, the text message that said I ordered the service, and you can go to the text message, you can push the link in the text and it'll take you straight to this page. And from here you can manage the project from beginning to end. You can also message the contractor if you need to, and in the event that something comes up that you might need to add, the contractor might say that you want to get your walkway pressure washed, you have the ability to negotiate additional tasks. You can also leave a tip with this, and this bills instantly. You can also cancel the service at any time, and then this refunds the money to you, no questions asked. And this is where you manage the project status. The contractor will send these status updates that will inform you as things are moving along. And if there's a problem, of course, you'll receive that notification too. We can also go back to My Projects, and this is where you manage your workflow. So these are all the current projects that I have going on, and you can see the status of each. So these are all active. This job has been completed. So I need to click on this, and then the contractor send the work complete notification. All that's left is to click this button right here. Or you could decline the work, and that'll send out our arbitration team, and we're going to make it right. That's our objective, is to make sure that everything goes right, but of course construction is, And this is the review. So the way the review works is, like I was saying before, there are 5 review categories: communication, timeliness, manners, expertise, and cleanup. And we've designed this so you have the opportunity to leave a very honest review on your experience working with this contractor. And these 1 through 100 ratings, they aggregate to a 1 through 5-star review. So this incentivizes you to leave a very accurate estimation of your experience working with the contractor, right? If their communication was bad, you can drop this back a bit. If they weren't right on time and they didn't have a good excuse, you can do this number. If they didn't have particularly great manners, you can do this number. If they did a really, really good job, of course, you would leave that at 100. And if they left a mess, you drop that bad boy all the way back. And this tells us, and it tells the next consumer, that this contractor needs things to work on, and the contractor is not going to see these. They're not going to see exactly what you did. All they're going to see is the 5-star rating. So this is private. This is between us, you and us, and this helps us to, make the contractor be a better human being, which is our goal. You can also leave a review based on your experience, and then you just submit that bad boy. So that's it. I mean, it couldn't really be easier. You can also see the details of the project. I don't know why you'd want to see that, because you know what your project is. Yeah, so that's it. If you have any questions, it's also important to keep in mind that this is a closed beta, so there are going to be bugs, and you are basically a co-founder of the company by all intent and purpose. Your feedback is going to directly result in us being able to make the platform better for the next generation. And it's also important to keep in mind that more important than we providing you with on-demand access to honest and reliable contractors, we're building the foundation of an honest and reliable America, or at least that's what we're attempting to do. So in you doing this, and in you providing feedback based on your experience, and anything that you see that you would like to see changed, if you get in early, I promise you that I will personally address your problems. And if it's not me, it's going to be somebody else that's very central to the company structure. Thank you.